It's truly a pleasure to be here today because I knew Danielle Nuremberg before she was the Danielle Nuremberg. We were colleagues way back when at the World Watch Institute, just up the street from here, and it's an honor to see the powerful community that she has built in this room and worldwide in just the 2 short years that the food tank has existed. Thank you, Danielle, and the food tank for building this platform for our movement. So now the subject is resilience. Let's define resilience as the ability to avoid, tolerate, and recover from breakdown. Resilience is one quality that our food system is sorely lacking. Of all the reasons we need to fix our food system, that it sickens us, it impoverishes our rural communities, it separates us from our food, depletes our soil and water resources, we cannot forget that it also leaves us vulnerable and fragile, not just ecologically fragile, but economically and biologically. We glimpse this lack of resilience everywhere we look in the food chain. The number of food recalls and the scale of those recalls has increased in every year that the FDA has been tracking the data. Average corn yield in the United States, the world's largest producer of corn, has become more erratic in recent years as American farms use pretty much the same variety, the same growing techniques, and just a few big buyers. If you look at the graph, it's outrageous because it's trending up, but now it's doing this, jerking up and down. The price of our extreme productivity and technological advance has been loss of resilience. Consider the foot and mouth outbreak in the United Kingdom way back in 2001. Still a great example as bioterrorism and agroterrorism are on our minds. Compared to the more localized 1967 outbreak of foot and mouth, the 2001 outbreak instantly went nationwide, causing lots more chaos, costing billions of dollars. The epidemic of 2001 spread much farther and much faster than the earlier outbreak when meat was still butchered and sold and consumed locally. Today, instead of the complicated, dense web of local connections in the British meat chain, there are now just a few isolated arteries and bottlenecks and hubs that are much more vulnerable to any sort of breakdown. Resilience is founded on diversity and adaptability and redundancy, multiple connections rather than just a few links, and resilience can come back fast. It can spread throughout the food chain. It can feed on itself. So what will it take to build back resilience in this country and beyond? Well, first, because the scale of breakdown has grown, we need to build back the resilience at scale. Think about how Organic Valley has created regional supply chains and region-specific packaging for its dairy products, or how the salad and juice chain Sweetgreen has done the same. These companies can touch millions of consumers and buy from thousands of farmers with one fell swoop. We heard earlier today about how to build farming and food production into our cities, how to cut food loss and food waste, how to give women farmers the same tools as men. All these changes will free up resources that will make our food system more resilient. It will give us more slack to deal with. Or how about the digital technology that is starting to infiltrate every link in our food chain, from dining apps like OpenTable, which have become nearly ubiquitous, to services like Amazon Fresh and Fresh Direct, or farm management platforms like Hack Farm and FarmLog. We should judge food tech not just on its sustainability, but also its ability to make us more resilient. We should judge it on its ability to make us more resilient, not just on its return on investment. Consider inventory management platforms for restaurants like Sorcery and Farmer's Web and Resi. Because they use predictive ordering technology, they help restaurants smooth out the highs and lows in their expenses, making them more resilient to shifts. And this also helps the farmers they buy from. These technologies also make it easier for restaurants to buy from a wide range of suppliers, further strengthening the food chain. Or an example that is endlessly controversial, Monsanto, which now owns the world's weather data through its acquisition of Climate Corporation earlier this year, could actually be a major player in helping farmers hedge against erratic weather, predict disease incidents, and cope with the ups and downs of crop yields. Yes, I did say Monsanto. Companies like Hampton Creek, famous for attracting the ire of Unilever, is using machine learning to build recipes for mayonnaise and cookie dough and other household products using forgotten plant species like millet and yellow peas and sorghum, using technology to build diversity into its recipes, to build resilience into our supply chain. If it's harnessed properly, food and ag tech has big potential. I'm excited to announce that we'll be doing a lot more writing and research on this at Edible, and the best way to stay updated is to follow me at Brian Halweil and at Edible Manhattan for updates. But these are just technologies. These are just Band-Aids that allow us to cope. They don't fundamentally change how we farm or how we eat, and that is the hard work we need to do, and then that is the hard work that we're going to hear about from this panel. Thank you.